Hello there. If you don't know me, my name is Iman. Welcome to my channel. So, here's the deal. I told myself that I was gonna make a video today, but I am really tired. And so what I had planned is not happening. But I thought instead we could just kind of go with that vibe and have a little ASMR, little chat, and I thought it might be fun for anybody who is interested to do a little card pulling. Let's do a little collective energy pulling of the tarot cards and see if they bring any inspiration or value to you. So this is the Osho Zen Tarot deck. If you don't know who Osho is, definitely look up Wild Wild Country on Netflix. I would highly recommend binging that immediately. That is how I first came to know of this man, and yeah, essentially he's a cult leader. And that's not maybe a good intro. So I watched this documentary. That's all the kind of information I had from watching it. I didn't think he was particularly bright. But what's interesting is that he came up later in conversations with other people who just had read his books and were inspired by things he had said. And if you go into bookstores and you go into the spiritual section, I guarantee you will see a huge section of Osho books. And I thought that was so crazy and weird. Then I stumbled upon this deck in a little new and used and kind of antique bookstore that's near my area that recently just closed down, but they were having a closing sale. And so I picked it up because I was definitely curious. And what I like about this deck is that it's not like your traditional tarot deck. It just kind of gives you spiritual advice that can kind of apply to any situation. So just a disclaimer about this deck. So all of these cards have meanings that are written in the deck, and they're kind of a commentary by Osho. And he, sometimes says some slightly radical stuff. So, just whatever I'm saying, and if I speak in first person, that is, I'm just reading what's in the book. So it's just a fun little tidbit of insight that you can take or choose not to take. We're just having fun, so yeah. But yeah, I have enjoyed pulling them so far. One time I called somebody on Omegle. I mean, I didn't call them. I went on Omegle because I was bored one night. I had seen it in TikToks recently, and I was like, oh my god, that's still a thing. I used to do that in grade 7, just talk to strangers with my friends. I pulled a card for somebody, and he was just having a bad day. I was like, you want me to pull a tarot card for you and just read it for you? And he listened to the entire thing. It comes with a little book of explanations. He seemed really moved, and he told me about a situation that was going on in his life that this kind of applied to. Yeah, it was a fun interaction. And so I thought, if some stranger that I met on the internet, gained something from this, then maybe you will too. So yeah, and maybe I will too, because oh, I forgot to tap. But anyway, I think we'll go with a simple 3-card pulling. Oops, something has jumped out and I haven't even begun. So I guess we've got our first 2 cards, and they are flowering and abundance. Shuffle these up. And that is awareness. The first 2 cards are both from Rainbow's Mastery of the Physical. That is on page page 52. So we're going to flip there in this little book. Flowering. The Queen of Rainbows is like a fantastic plant that has reached the apex of its flowering and its colors. She's very sexual, very alive, and full of possibilities. She snaps her fingers to the music of love, and her zodiac necklace is placed in a way that Venus lies over her heart. The sleeves of her garment contain an abundance of seeds, and as the wind blows, the seeds will be scattered to take root where they may. She's not concerned whether they land on the soil or on the rocks. She's just spreading them everywhere in sheer celebration of life and love. Flowers fall on her from above in harmony with her own flowering, and the waters of emotion swirl playfully beneath the flower on which she sits. You may feel like a garden of flowers right now, showered with blessings from everywhere. Welcome the bees, invite the birds to drink your nectar, spread your joy around for all to share. Zen wants you living in abundance, living in totality, living intensely. Not at the minimum as Christianity wants you, but at the maximum, overflowing. Your life should reach others. Your blissfulness, your benediction, your ecstasy should not be contained within you like a seed. It should open like a flower and spread its fragrance to all and sundry, not only to friends, but to strangers too. This is real compassion. This is real love. Sharing your enlightenment, sharing your dance of the beyond. I want to take a moment to address the line about Christianity. Osho's beliefs are more spiritual, and that he believes that religion can sometimes contain that pure essence of spirituality and not let it kind of flow freely. Take his words as you will. Now let's go to abundance. This Dionysian character is the very picture of a whole man, a Zorba the Buddha who can drink wine, dance on the beach, and sing in the rain, and at the same time enjoy the depths of understanding and wisdom that belong to the sage. In one hand he holds a lotus, showing that he respects and contains himself within the grace of femininity. His exposed chest, an open heart, and relaxed belly show he's at home with his masculinity as well, utterly self-contained. The four elements of earth, fire, water, and sky all conjunct at the King of Rainbows who sits atop the book of wisdom of life. If you are a woman, the King of Rainbows brings the support of your own male energies into your life, a union with the soulmate within. For a man, this card represents a time of breaking through the conventional male stereotypes and allowing the fullness of the whole human being to shine forth. In the East, people have condemned the body, condemned matter. They called matter illusory, Maya. It does not really exist. It only appears to exist. It's made of the same stuff as dreams are made of. They denied the world, and that is the reason for the East remaining poor, sick, and starvation. Half of humanity has been accepting the inner world but denying the outer world. The other half of humanity has been accepting of the material world and denying the inner world. Both are half, and no man who is half can be contented. You have to be whole, rich in the body, rich in science, rich in meditation, rich in consciousness. Only a whole person is a holy person, according to me. Me is Osho. You have to be whole. I want Zorba and Buddha to meet. Zorba alone is hollow. His dance has not an eternal significance. It is momentary pleasure. Soon he will be tired of it, unless you have inexhaustible sources available to you from the cosmos itself. Unless you become existential, you cannot become whole. This is my contribution to humanity, the whole person. And the last card is awareness. The veil of illusion, or Maya, that has been keeping you from perceiving reality as it is starting to burn away. The fire is not the heated fire of passion, but the cool flame of awareness. As it burns the veil, the face of a very delicate and childlike Buddha becomes visible. The awareness that is growing in you now is not the result of any conscious doing, nor do you need to struggle to make something happen. Any sense you might have had that you've been groping in the dark is dissolving now, or will be dissolving soon. Let yourself settle and remember that deep inside, you're just a witness, eternally silent, aware, and unchanged. A channel is now opening from the circumference of activity to that center of witnessing. It will help you to become detached, and a new awareness will lift the veil from your eyes. Mind can never be intelligent. Only no mind is intelligent. Only no mind is original and radical. Only no mind is revolutionary. Revolution in action. This mind gives you a sort of stupor, burdened by the memories of the past, burdened by the projections of the future. You go on living at the minimum. You don't live at the maximum. Your flame remains very dim. Once you start dropping thoughts, the dust that you have collected in the past, the flame arises, clean, clear, alive, young. Your whole life becomes a flame, and a flame without any smoke. That is what awareness is. I hope that was kind of helpful to you, or gave you some hope, peace of mind, or gave you a new idea. That was definitely interesting for me, and definitely encouraging, I think, for just everything going on right now. And yeah, that was fun. So thank you for being here with me for that. In a totally different vein, in the realm of spirituality, just to kind of end things by cleansing a little bit of our soul, I am going to pull a card from a very different kind of deck, and that is the 99 Beautiful Names of Allah, Physicians of the Heart. I have really been enjoying reading these cards. They've brought me a lot of comfort and peace. It's just a way to remain in remembrance of Allah, God, the universe, energies around, whatever you want to call it. And each name has its own unique, beautiful meaning that you can invoke in times of need, or just in remembrance, or just for peace of mind, just to connect. And so, yeah, we're just gonna pull something random from the deck, which I've never done before. I thought that it might be a nice way to see, maybe something that will connect, and we'll just appreciate whatever it is. So, yeah. And these cards are beautiful, by the way. Just look at this deck. But, okay. Number 5. Ya Salam. As-Salam is peace itself. Such peace is not the result of anything, and is nothing that can be said to manifest. There is no peace except the peace found in As-Salam. In other sense, As-Salam is the one who is peaceful. It is the maqam, or spiritual station of complete peace, where this perfect peace is embodied in every peaceful act. This divine quality is recommended as a greeting when meeting others, and its recitation is an antidote for disharmony in our relationships. One form of the root of Ya Salam means to be safe. The peace of As-Salam is not a dead place, nor should it be seen as simply the end of hostilities or any kind of mere cessation. It's the divine energy that bestows peace itself on us, and it is the miraculous word or call that Allah speaks to our souls. Ya Salam may be repeated as a prayer for blessing for those who have departed. It brings the knowledge of not being abandoned at death to those who may be grieving, and to the departed souls as well. So, I think with that, with peace. Assalamu alaikum. Have a lovely night or day or whenever you're watching this. If there's anything you want to see from me or are curious about, just let me know, because likely my videos will not all be in this format. I'm just kind of playing around here and seeing what I have fun with and what sticks. So yeah, thank you for being here, and